Hey, welcome back to another edition of Forex Tech Magazine. It is your host, Lewis, and today is February 28th, 2018. I'm sorry, 2018. Damn, fell back a year. For those of you who don't know, today's the last day of the month. Hopefully, you've had the opportunity to make some money so far this year and definitely so far this month. If you have not, man, feel sorry for you. Still not too late though. Possible. That you may still be able to make some today. Stay tuned with us. We're going to give you some tips, tidbits on how we think that you may be able to accomplish that. But before we get into that, what we're going to do is we're going to get into this disclaimer, and it goes a little something like this. Any and all information shared with you by Forex Tech Magazine should be considered to be for educational and entertainment purposes only. Sorry, I see some tacky stuff on here. If you are in need or if you are seeking financial advice, then our suggestion to you would be to seek out the assistance of a licensed, competent advisor. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into what you came here for in the first place, and that is to look at some trades. Now, over the last couple of days, we have been trading a couple of different currency pairs. There's actually three pairs. We're doing the Great Britain Pound, Aussie dollar, Great Britain Pound, New Zealand dollar, and Great Britain Pound, Canadian dollar. Now, the New Zealand dollar that actually cashed in first. Then the Aussie dollar, yesterday actually came through for us, and here's our take profit here. And as you can see, price squarely hit that take profit. And as you see, and the reason why you see a new ABC or AB pattern on here is because we use the smart fibs, and so it automatically started applying the next ABCD move for us. But I just want you to see that it was red. It was going to be from red to red. See, price came down here to the red. Price crossed over. We bought in. Price went through resistance. I struggled with resistance at first, but then finally went through resistance. And anyway, here goes our target here. And price did what? Price hit our target, and then immediately began to pull back. And this is where price is sitting at now. So good for us on that one. That's what happened earlier yesterday. Great Britain Pound, New Zealand dollar, same thing happened here. Here goes our 8. No. Yeah, here goes our AB boundaries. Yeah. And we waited for price to actually push through here. And then, because you had a downtrend here, and you also had a bigger downtrend over here, price pushed through both of them. Went up, tested the resistance. And came back, hit the resistance again, went back up, tested it, and boom. Excuse me. Price hit the resistance. Price hit our take profit, which is our D extension, and we was able to cash out of that one. So where are we at now? We have one last one, which is the Great Britain Pound, Canadian dollar. Boom, this is where we're at right now, and as you can see, this is where we got in at. We pushed our stop loss up, so we have a risk-free trade. All right, prices came within, mere inches of our. Look at that. That's like, so the high right there was 1.75399. Take profit is 1.75409. Fractions. Fraction of an inch, my friend. Fractions. Came close, but hasn't hit it as of yet. And the ideal is, or the hope, or the goal, because I don't like saying hope when it comes to trade, is that price is going to give us one more big push up, perhaps, and hit our take profit. If not, what we'll do, we're going to do this. If not, well, no. Yeah. we'll see. It should. Um, we'll see what's gonna happen. Anyway, because what I initially was gonna do and say was, which I could do this, which is move up my stop loss to here. All right. Either here or here, just so that way I can ensure I got a big chunk of what we've already made locked in. But it's only like 14,000, looks like. But still, lock that in as much as possible. Yeah, we'll come back and we'll look at it. I gotta think about that before I do that. But anyway, so that gives us a total of, let's look at it. Which is pretty cool. From the Great Britain pound, Aussie dollar made 26,129,000. 26,129 dollars. Sorry. Off of the Great Britain pound, New Zealand dollar, that was like another 12,500 some odd dollars. And then of course we still see something here from the other day where we was trading. Last week we was trading the Great Britain pound, New Zealand dollar, where we made about another 3,600 off of that. So that's a total off of 3 trades of 44,000. But the reality is, take this one right here out of the equation. Take this, take that 3,000 out of the equation. You look at the 14,000 we got right now. Now all of a sudden, that brings it up to about, let's say about 55. So like just round up a little bit, about 55,000 for this week by itself, which is phenomenal. You know that we be at that level of trading over 3-day period. But what but what allowed us to really be able to do that was just the use of leverage and a risk-free trade. Once again, we knew that we have momentum coming into the trade. We knew we had momentum coming into the trade. I don't know why my stuff's not up here, but we have momentum coming into the trade, and so we operate with momentum. Then we knew it was a good time to leverage the trade, right? Go in there, try to get as much as we can, out of this thing, right? And that was just it, point blank, period. Get as much as we can out of it. Using our profits thus far, not using our base currency, our base amount that we started with, but just as much as we possibly can. And then a couple of things, we're looking at, price has, moved above resistance. You know what I'm saying? Price has broke above the downward trend line. So it's on the buy side of things. It's moved above resistance, it's above the downward trend line. So we knew we had momentum in this thing. Now the question is the momentum starting to slow down? Because this is where it came from. And here was the bottom here, pushed back up through support, broke through resistance. So essentially, this right here was a breakout. It came all the way up here, touches where we were supposed to be at. Didn't go through it, but touches it, and then proceeds to break back down. And now the question is going to be, is this right here? Does it have enough momentum to still push it for it to hit our take profit? I think it still does. I think we're just seeing right now is a bit of a pullback. And I bet if I look at this hard enough, it's probably some type of resistance somewhere up in here overall. But I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm just going to look at this right here. I'm just still saying that, and the reason why I got faith in this one is, as price is moving up, you're going to see higher lows and higher highs, right? This is a low, swing low, let's swing high, all right? What I haven't seen yet, excuse me, is a lower low, or a lower high. Now, somebody might try to consider this right here. I don't know if I necessarily do. it could be. We'll see. But I think that we're good, and I think that we should get one more push, and we'll see how it works out. If not, at the end of the day, to have 2 out of 3 run like that is good. Remember, with your own trades, you have the right and the authority to trade them however you see fit. And if you come across the same situation and you say, wow, you know what, I want to just go ahead and cash out now and take my 14 and run, go for it, man. There's no right or wrong way to take a profit. You know what I'm saying? Gotta do what makes you feel comfortable and do it. Do what's gonna help your family out, right? And so, at any rate, I'm willing to wait. I think it can. I think it has potential to go ahead and hit. But if you're not, or if you can't, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and cash out and keep going. All right. So let's look at what else we got on the books. What else we got potentially? See, Great Britain pound, Japanese yen. That one's still going strong. We kind of talked about this yesterday. You hit the extension, and then pull back a little bit, but then immediately start going back up again, and try and hit this next extension here. But then we're starting to get a pullback. Remember I told you about how I'm always scared if it doesn't come back to the fibs, because I think eventually it would come back to the fibs at some point, and what we don't want to do is get into long drawdowns. But if you're going to trade something that has a very shallow pullback, the best thing to do is trade it with a very aggressive stop loss, and that means to, as soon as you get profitable, lock in your profits, because there's a high probability that it may come back and retrace to one of those fibs before it hits the extension. Right? And that looks to be the case of what may be happening right here in this particular pair. So it's one of those things that you learn over time to be worried about and to pay attention to. And hopefully if you do it enough time, it makes you a better trader and you're able to make money off these pairs instead of losing money to the market. Let's see, Great Britain pound, US dollar. Man, it looks just like the Great Britain pound, Japanese yen, right? This is definitely a hold right now because it's not crossed over to the buy zone. It looks like the market is taking a pullback, taking a little bit of a breather. All right, you got to remember the market's been traveling up for a while now. Ever since last Friday, like the market's been breaking up, going up, going up, going up. And essentially what it does, it goes up, it pulls back, it goes up, it pulls back. And it's still keeping that same pattern in place, going up, pulling, pulling back, going up, pulling back. And also maybe what we're seeing here, right? Going up, pulling back, going up, pulling back. Should be going up again if it's still if it's still keeping that same pace. Let's see. Up, pull back, up, pull back, up, pull back. Let's see. Up, pull back, up, pull back, up, pull back. We will see. Over the next 24, 48, definitely should see go up, pull back, up, pull back. Next 24, 48, definitely should see some type of movement in this price. Hopefully it's going to be something that's going to give us take us to our take profit. If not, hey, we'll still make money in the profit, and still going to make money in this currency pair regardless. Let's look at Great Britain pound. Let's see. I see US dollar. This that one has been trading crazily. So the idea behind this right here is overall is downward trending, and it should be reaching for a D extension. But as you see, because we're kind of on the bottom of this pair, this is kind of where multi-year lows for this pairs in this area right here. There's a lot of buyers that keep coming in every time the bears try to push it down. And I think the other thing too is the talks that are in place, are in play with the U.S. as far as with the tariffs with China. It's having a big effect on this pair too, as well as keeping it off those actual lows. So um, this is one of the ones where you just kind of got to watch it play out. Use aggressive stop losses if you're going to trade this pair. And once again, that means that once you get to profitability at some point, go ahead and lock that in. Don't let it go to let the currency pair, breathe or move or whatever it is you want to call it. Just lock it in place, keep it in there tight with a profit. So that way, when it moves to the back into the unprofitability, you're stopped out, but you stopped out with a win, with a profit, not a loss. Okay. Because right now it seems like it's just gonna do that. It's gonna go up, down, up, down, up, down. But if you notice right here, slowly but steadily, it's making what higher highs, higher lows. Right? Here goes a low. Here goes a high. Here goes a higher low. Here goes a higher high. Here goes a higher low. Here goes a higher high. It did crash back down. Right? Here. Then it makes a higher. It makes a high. And higher low. Higher high. Higher low. But you see what I'm saying is that the lows are getting higher over time. We did have a point right here where it was like it was actually gonna break back, break down, but it didn't. But then price proceeded to move back up higher, right, over some of the previous ones. Not the biggest one, but some of the previous ones. So it's kind of range bound, but I think it has a range bound with a bias to the upside. So just kind of be cautious with that. I think what the market's doing is just waiting on some good news to happen, and once that good news happens, this thing's gonna pop the top off and it's gonna raise up. So just watch out. And part of the reason is because Australia is the huge trading partner with China, and so if what's good for the Chinese economy is going to definitely be great and fantastic for the Australian economy. Same thing with the U.S. dollar, Canadian pound. I mean, whatever is good for the U.S. economy, it's good for the Canadian economy because it's such a huge trading partner, right? Yeah, so this particular pair here is supposed to oops. We were. Let me clear the screen. Let me see something. Do some real time analysis here. So we got upward momentum on this pair. Okay. So for those of you who don't know what I'm doing, I'm just going in and putting my fibs on. Checking some stuff here about direction, overall direction of this market. What I'm doing is going in, finding my lows, putting it on. You see some cases where fib pushes out, but you see some cases where fibs get broken down. So I'm just gonna go back here and say I'm gonna clear all these right here. Clear screen. The reason I'm gonna clear screens because the other fibs right there don't matter. I don't want to have too much stuff online because those fibs right there, at some point in time, it appears that they were. Oops. Okay. All right, there we go. Bam, bam, bam. That's what I look for right here. All right. Maybe 1, 2, 3. And price went back below the A. So that whole thing's broken. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 So I'm doing just overall looking at the movement here, this, and just trying to discern entry points and direction of the market. Something didn't look quite right to me, so I just went back in and reassessed it, and something you should always be doing, right? So let's go back for a second. So when we look at the fact that on the daily chart, that price is what? Well, price is actually moving up, right? So price is on A, B, C. I'm sorry. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Right? Higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high. So price is obviously moving up. But it looks like we got an extended retracement here, which that could just be a Gartley, right? It's making a little pattern. Now, what I'm doing here, and what I encourage all of you to do is to, take more than just 5 or 10 minutes. I'm just doing 5 or 10 minutes for the camera here, just jumping in and doing some basic analysis. But what I would suggest you do is just go in and do some really deep thought, deep analysis with this, right? Before you place any trade. I can just do this because I've been doing it for so long that it's fairly it's fairly easy for me to do. So this right here would appear to be the extension to which this is going to push back towards. Um, um, Here goes your trend line moving upward, right? It's currently not in a buying bias at the moment. At the moment, it is in a downward trending bias. On the daily, and if you look at it on the hourly, remember we don't set our targets off of daily. We set our targets off of hourly. We just use the daily to kind of help us judge where the market is going, what's happening overall in the market. This thing keeps falling. And so here's the hard part of trying to trade a Gartley, and that is that, excuse me, and that is that it keeps pushing back. This is right here. Look at this. So you never know when the graph is going to stop, when it's going to end, and start to reverse, right? Because what you're doing is you're basically trying to trade the retracement, not the actual price move. So you're trying to trade the exhaustion of the move, not the actual move itself, which can be hard because you're kind of trading momentum, but it's a weaker type of momentum. It's more of a disintegrating or how can I say it? It's momentum, but it's not as much, right? I'll just leave it at that. And so you never know when it's going to end, and then the momentum will go to the other direction starts. But one thing, if you notice, it's kind of curious here. If you look at your fibs, right, and you look at your extension, notice how your D extension is getting shorter, and then all of a sudden, now all of a sudden, your D extension is shorter than the previous one, right? So here goes the first one was here, right? Now the second one was actually shorter than the first one. So what does that mean? Well, it means that in my opinion, rather, is that your price or your product is probably getting ready to U-turn. It's probably getting ready to start moving in the opposite direction. That's what I would assume here. But once again, we won't be 100% sure about that until it happens, right? But that would be just something as far as a word of caution. So this particular pair right here, not the best pair to trade at this time. I probably just kind of wait on it right there for a moment because once again, you can see the overall move is going up. And then all of a sudden here we get this huge sell-off. This is happening back in January 1, right? Where the market's been selling off, and then moving sideways. And now it looks like the market may be kind of gathering some steam to try to reverse up out of this. And if you look here, look on this level here. And you see where it violated the A. Yeah, this one right here is not a pair that I would be trading. Not at the moment. It's like there's too much stuff going on here, too complicated. We'll call it a muddled mess, mucky mess. Exactly what this is right now at the moment. So stay out of this pair. So I'll put a hold on this one, hold on the Great Britain pound pairs, and a hold also on the Australian dollar just here at the moment. Just kind of wait on it, see what's going to happen. Anyway, hopefully this has helped you guys. I don't know if it has, but hopefully it has. I haven't confused you or anything. Hopefully you've saw a couple things where you could make some money yet potentially. Remember, it's all about the setup. It's not necessarily about the the trade itself or what the probability of this happening in this trade. The next couple of hours. This is all about the trade itself and being able to come in and be profitable off of these trades. Hold on a second, guys. I'm not seeing something in here. Okay. Sorry, I see my looks like my screen. I have to probably refresh my screen or something. Looks like I'm missing some you know some important markers on here. Okay, but I see right here off to the sideline. This is the take profit. This is the entry, or stop loss, and then this is the take profit right here. Just double checking. Then I checked on my position itself just to make sure it was there, and it is. So we're good to go. Looks like price is starting to turn positive a little bit potentially. Right now, it's kind of moving sideways. Looks like it may be looking for something some type of guidance, some type of noise or something that could ahead and finishes, this move for us. But we'll see. Like I said, not in a rush. We made money on this one here, and we should continue to make it. So we'll see what's up. Anyway, guys, that's it for me for tonight. Hope you guys enjoy it. Check back with us tomorrow. We'll see you in another 23 hours. Take care. God bless. See you soon. Bye.